Hello everybody, it's Ethan Goins here, back again. I think for this video, I'm going to read three more of my sonnets here. This will be Sonnet 4, 5, and 6. I think I would read for this video. Yeah, like I said, there's not much else to say. I'm just going to go ahead and just start reading it, and then and hopefully y'all will like it. Alright, here we go. This one is Sonnet 4. Each man shall telleth his own story, how in older times he was truly fair and young, that he knoweth no boundaries destined for glory, that his sweet kisses from her forgave the bee that stung. Roses for Jane were always around her bed, all roses for her were second in twilight. As for the truth candidly said, her red roses did not wither by night. How blessed to be her recognized beauty, that with another chance per day, thy will shall leadeth or consume me to every spotted grave, or continue my stay. How her beautiful roses will shed each thorn, as I am touched with a surrealistic love that will never scorn. This one here is Sonnet 5. Oh, these lofty hours leadeth to more hours, in quarantine from reality to dream. That restless sleep I am contained by darkest powers, by powers too extreme. I sweareth by all grace, I do not seek to blend, as we are in part members of the human race, and the true sickness was never willing to befriend, to goeth about against each other, for thy plague reacheth out, and giveth the unfamiliar contact of another, now more recognized when filled with doubt, as faith would have it be, we shall infect each other with the idea of humanity. This one's Sonnet 6. With night falling on my shoulders, death doth partake to chance my idle health on conscious borders, made appear by happenstance, that loathsome negligence to discontent. How a plumb to come to strength and measure, and who are we to prevent or lessen the advancement of pleasure? Day by night and night by day pass away all, but thy will to grow, for thy love and beauty on painful display goes deeper into the night than most could know. Trust that most unlike me, I am bounded by a fearful wall called self-pity. Well, anyway, like I said, I'll explain a little bit about each of those sonnets. Of course, these are, you could tell, are kind of like a recent, feelings still right now. Of course, Sonnet 4 was actually referring to my mother, who passed away um, almost 5 years ago. This coming July of this year, it'll be 5 years. So I just, it took me a while to figure out how I wanted to write a poem, you know, in honor of my mother and how much I miss her and love her every day. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I still feel like even though, I'm proud of it, but at the same time, I still feel like it's not exactly where I want it to be, at the same time. Like, I feel like somewhere down the road, there's going to be that one poem one day that'll finally strike at the core of how I've been feeling and grieving and just to kind of let go of all these these feelings, just kind of just where it'll allow me to pour all of myself out, not just a certain portion of it. But I mean, I'm still happy with it, but hopefully y'all might appreciate it. Like I said, I mean, there's not really not really much else to say about it, but I mean, but I'm happy with it though. I mean, I'm not fully satisfied, but I'm happy with it. But I feel like there's going to be more to come. based on the subject of my late mother. But now Sonnet 5, of course, was, I guess could relate to anybody, especially dealing with this whole COVID-19 pandemic that's still ongoing as we speak. Uh, these were a lot of deep, dark personal feelings, and when you have some downtime and you're frustrated and you got all these negative thoughts that come into your head, it's enough to drive anybody up the wall. But it's not just that. I mean, it's the way the environment has just gotten so political and so personal to a lot of people these days, and it just seems like everybody's so angry about something, and I think it's, while people may say it's whether it's based in racism or mistreatment of others, or that there's a lot of hate out there. I mean, I think that that's not all of it too. I think a lot of it delves into more personal matters that people don't really talk about. I think while something terrible does happen out there, I think it's like a spark that ignites a fire in people, and people can go about it one or two ways. They can react in a mature, positive way, or they can react negatively and be very chaotic. And I think, given still with this pandemic still gotten everybody all paranoid, I think it just kind of heightened it to a whole new level with people. And I, like I was saying about the true sickness, is not so much basically this virus. It's the bitterness and the old tensions and hatred that still exist out there. That's the real virus, and I think that'll destroy people quicker than anything else in this world. But yeah, I think that's the best way I could describe Sonnet 5. If you really enjoyed that, um, like I said, that was basically it. That's all I could best way I could describe it to you. If it made any sense to any of you. Now, Sonnet 6, of course, was sort of relevant to Sonnet 5, but it was, of course, it was more about my, you know, kind of like all my personal feelings and my selfishness and you know, just me being like throwing my own pity party, I guess you could say. Um, it's you know, it's like finally recognizing that every way I look at something or feel at something, I feel like that I focus more on about how I feel or how I'm going to react rather than how somebody else may feel or react, or like I'm always putting myself first before others, and that's not the right way to go about it. And but of course, the reason I mention that is because I've been guilty of that so many times in my life, and yeah, and I guess and I'm still guilty now. I mean, heck, I put my hand to God. That's the truth. I mean, I'm not perfect. I mean, I'm just. But I mean, at least I recognize the issue. Now it's up to me to decide how am I going to go on with it. So, um, but yeah, I mean, I guess that's about all I can say for Sonnet 6. But I actually had, you know what? I figure I might read one more poem for you. I was looking through. Oh yeah, here it is. Uh, I figure I'll add this to the video too as a bonus. But I really like this poem. But it's called "Winter Song." Oh, be thy love warm in winter's snow. Be as true always, with secrets only we lovers know. Even as cold as it is bright, and all colors giveth way of light, turn round our heads, as all colors leadeth to white. Her hair now glistening in yellow's gold, when day should fall to night, and remembering the lessons we were told, Never should we forget, even if we should ever part, the happiest of our youth return to memory, and all thy love given shall giveth again with full heart. That we will always haveth our winter song to sing, that the winters of hope shall melt and filleth our new wells of spring. So yeah, I wanted to read that one real quick too, along with my sonnets, because I figured there had to be a sense of redemption and a happy ending to all of it. So, but yeah, but like I said, that was my bonus poem for this video. And of course, I still got plenty more sonnets I'll read in next videos, um, and more other poems as well. Anyway, I hope I hope y'all enjoy them. Like I said, if any of you are new and have just randomly discovered this video, please send subscribe or send me a like or even comment if you wish. If you have any questions or personally just want to know what my inspiration is or why it is I write poetry and why I write it in the way I do. Um, and if not, that's okay too. I'm just happy you took the time to listen and watch. But anyway, yeah. Thank you again, and like I said, I hope you enjoy these poems. I hope you all have a safe and blessed night.